You might think you're going to go for only 5 minutes or 10 minutes. You can find yourself in 30 minutes still being in the supermarket or anywhere else. So when it comes to that case, just be careful. Take your child with you to avoid the worst. Even for we adults, we have to be careful when the car is too hot. So today I'll be touching some areas. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when and where you'll be watching this video from. My name is Esther Waslewski. Today I would like to talk about a heat in the car. When the car gets to it, it can lead to so many things. And I would just like us to just look to such things, to those things. And mostly when the car is too heaty for the children, it's not good. You can see in this case, children are fast affected than grown-up than grown-up people. So that's how I would like to just look to these things. So from this, you can get a heat stroke. Heat stroke when the car is too hot, you can get to a heat stroke. Mostly for children, it's not so good at all. And mostly, you have to avoid mostly children when it's too hot to leave them in a car. To go and buy it, maybe you're going to supermarket, to just first leave them in a car to run shortly. You would think you want to run shortly in the supermarket, but mostly that time we'll say we want to run shortly. Then something else will just hold us. Maybe you have to wait for people to first go buy before you come. Maybe you might think you're going to go for only 5 minutes or 10 minutes. You can find yourself in 30 minutes still being in the supermarket or anywhere else. So when it comes to that case, just be careful. Take your child with you to avoid the worst. Even for we adults, we have to be careful when the car is too hot. So today I'll be touching some areas. Can you get heat stroke in a car? Maybe people will be asking that, can I get heat stroke in a car? When a child is left in a vehicle, that child temperature can rise quickly. You see, guys, mostly for children are more affected than adults. And the situation can quickly become dangerous. Heat strokes begins when the core body temperature reaches about 104 degrees. A child can just live when their body temperature reaches under 7 degrees. Can you imagine? In the year 2022, 33 children will leave this place because of heat stroke in the vehicle. That's what they see. That's what they bring to news. We see. Okay, how can a human survive in a hot car? How can we survive in a hot car? Because as we all listen, hot car can lead to adults, mostly for the children, that they are no more being here. So after an hour in the shade, the car interior was an average of 100 degrees. That means, according to the researchers, that a child's internal body temperature could reach unsafe levels after about an hour in a car parked in the sun, and after about 2 hours parked in the shade. Is it even bad to sit in a hot car? In a hot car, is it bad to sit there? Because many people will be thinking now, because we have just heard this now, mostly people who are not used to sun, like we are born with sun, but still we have to be careful. That's why maybe sometimes you just hear what happened and you don't know why the person just leave. Maybe because of all these things can be the cause that will make also the person go just live like that from this hot heat in the car or in any place. It became too hot, so it can also just be. So let us just look. Is it bad to sit in a hot car? Eventually, dehydration can set in. The loss of fluids can also cause a drop in blood pressure. You see, like dizziness, you can be so dizzy, weakness, and disorientation. These are the symptoms of heat illness. So, like now, how long can it take to get a heat stroke in a car, in a hot car? children aren't not the only people at risk. Not only children, as I've said before, also we adults. Only the children are mostly involved because it's more rich the children, because of the temperature of the children. They are mostly involved, that they can get fast on it as adults. So it does not need to be hot for someone to be seriously injured inside a parked car. Okay, as you have heard, say it does not need to be hot. It does not need to be hot for someone to be seriously injured inside a parked car. Conditions inside a parked car can become dangerous in as little as 10 minutes. So let us just be careful what to do to prevent some worst, to prevent us from the worst. So thank you guys. See you in my next video. Bye.